with the carrot. Oh,
Really can't stay.
the baby is cold outside. I wish I knew how to break the spell.
I think I'll have some beef today.
Hey all you, I got a big hunk of beef in my fridge and I don't know what to do with it. Lovers out there, welcome to
The best cooking show in the world.
2 chefs
One knife.
and a big hunk of beef. We got the beef, we got the beef. Yeah, we got the beef. We're doing pot roast.
Yeah, we are.
Why do you think they call it pot roast?
Because you're roasting in a pot. Alright, let's get started so I don't have to edit all this stuff.
That's true. You don't like my banter. Welcome everyone to another episode. I'm Chef MPH.
I'm Chef Grace / Chef Yam.
And this is Mr. Beef. He must be working out. Got some stiff muscles there.
So this is perfect for all your stiff muscled parts of the cow. Except for the ones that I'm thinking about.
That's gross, Grace.
Yeah, so cheap cut of beef is great for pot roast, so I'm going to season it.
Season it up?
Yeah. There's some controversy whether to season your meat or not, but I like it. I feel it does make a difference when you season and then sear.
Yeah, controversy is it's just gonna wash off. Even if it washes off into the stock as it braises, that salt is going back into the meat anyways.
Yeah. So this is just the seasoning salt that we made up. Just use salt and pepper yourself.
Yeah, use whatever, man. Whatever, man. You do you.
Yeah.
You do you. Well, what are we gonna do first? Sear it off, I guess? Let's start it off.
Yeah, let's sear it off. We need to add color to the beef to make it delicious.
What's going on here, man? It's just gonna be Chef Yam in a big pot. I'm freaking out!
Thank you for that lovely intro. I'm glad you have all the confidence in me. This is a little change. I'm gonna sear off the beef. So we have a nice heavy bottom pot and some oil. You don't want to go too much oil.
Fat bottom pots, they make the world go round.
You don't want it super hot because then all the brown bits are gonna burn and you want the brown bits to stay in the pot. So that's a good thing.
Are you sure this is pot roast and not beef stroking off?
Alright, so when you're searing meat, what you're going to have to do is just leave it alone before you flip it. So we waited a couple minutes before we flipped it because you want to develop a nice crust and that caramelization. You're going to be tempted to touch it. Don't touch the meat. That's what she said. Alright, I hate voiceovers. Okay, bye. Alright, so these are nice and brown. We're going to take the beef out of the pot now.
I didn't know Carrot Top was on the show today. Beef is seared. Now we need
The vegetables.
vegetables.
Yeah.
This is what flavor it. They help flavor it. So we're just using basic mirepoix, carrot, celery, onion. I don't peel the carrots because you're not eating these.
I eat them.
So here we go. Just rough chop. Don't do anything crazy. They can roll everywhere. Who cares? We got celery here. Rough chop on the celery also. You know, I find the bigger the chunks, the easier they are to strain later. Onion. Don't even peel that either. Just get her.
Wow.
Big quarter chops. Stop eating my carrots. That's gross, Grace. So as Chef Yam said, whatever these brown bits are called, I don't remember. Fond. I'm not fond of that. That's fantastic stuff in there. We're going to use that right now. So as you can see, we still got all the little bits there. We got the leftover searing oil. That's flavor, that oil too. It's all flavor. So we are going to take all these veggies we just cut and we're going to push them into the pot. Just like that. Now we're just going to cook these veggies in the... I love that smell of the veggies and the beef oil. So good. So you're going to kind of want to give these like a little roast just on the bottom of the pot. Get a little color on those veggies. After those have cooked for a little bit, we're starting to go. We're now going to hit it with a few whole cloves of garlic in there. We got bay leaves, we got whole peppercorns, and we got some dry chives. You can use fresh thyme too if you want. But we're just going dry here today. The mix in, those are what you call your aromatics. And no, it's not a band from the 80s. What was their hit? I smell good. That's looking fantastic, Chef Yam. It smells so good too. because we don't use, as Chef Yam said earlier, it's like a cheaper cut of meat, so they're very tough. You don't want to eat it. So you want to use things like tomato paste, because the acid in that break down the fibers of the meat, makes it nice and tender. So you need to have these acids in not like the 60s kind of acid. We're talking the culinary kind of acid. So now you want to brown the tomato paste a little bit in there with the veggies. So but you don't want to get too dark, like Chef Yam said. So we're pretty close now. So that's good. So now we're gonna hit that with some awesome red wine. Red wine has a lot of acidity in it too, which will help break down the proteins of that meat, tenderize it. So as you can see, that red wine, when we first put it in there, was nice and red. When you look at it now, with all the colors we got in there, it's actually got a little bit of a brownish color to it. It actually already absorbed all those little bits that are on the bottom. Look at the pot. See, they're almost gone. So all that flavor is now already going into the stock. It's fantastic. You want to scrape that stuff up. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so good. See, there you go. As you see, as you rub it, the pot's out. Come on. As you rub it, as you stroke it.
Say that into the camera and slowly.
As you stroke it. So from there, we're going to hit it with a can of diced tomatoes. A little head in our pot. From here, we are now going to add the beef. So I like to put the beef right on the veggies because your pot roast will not burn with it touching the bottom. Because this is going to sit here on the burner for like 3 hours or so. If it's sitting on the veggies, they act like a cushion between the heat and the beef. So you get a nice braise, but you won't get any hard, crunchy crust on the bottom of the beef. So that's what you want. So we're going to take our beef stock. We're going to fill the pot. And then we're just going to take the spoon, just kind of get a little mix just on the corners, just to get it mixed with all those bottom flavors. Give it a little spin around all the beef. And that's it. And now, the only thing left to do is just lit it, cook it, and take a nap.
Yeah.
Just make sure you set an alarm. You could braise it in the oven. But I recommend if you're going to do it in the oven though, bring the pot to a quick boil on full blast, get the thing hot, then in the oven. So the temperature's already constant. The oven should be preheated also.
Hello, welcome back after 3.5 to 4 hours later.
I know, you've changed.
I did. I changed.
You seem so much wiser.
Did I grow too? The pot has changed as well. And we strained out the vegetables. Sorry we didn't film that. Damn it. So to check that a pot roast is tender, what you do is you stick a fork in it. Don't use a knife because a knife is sharp and it will go in easily. That's what she said. Use a fork, and then when it comes out easily, it should... Whoop, that means it's done. That's what she said.
That's gross, Grace.
Ta-da!
Go, we need some garnish for this. We need some sides.
Yeah, we need some texture.
You need some cheap filler.
Yeah.
Just keep feeding everybody beef.
Beef is expensive.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna quickly chop some spuds. Alright, taters, drop them down. See, it takes two. Alright, I'm gonna oil. You season. I'll get some paper. Actually, if you don't want to use paper, good fun fact, if you actually just spray it, put potatoes around the tray, you actually get it crispier. Because believe it or not, the parchment paper makes your food steam a little bit. White potato takes longer to cook than yams and mushrooms and carrots, so we're going to put those on their own. And then we're going to get the rest of the veggie ready. So mushrooms, we're just going to get them.
I'll be right back.
I'm just a bowl of fungi. Okay.
That was lame.
Alright, mushrooms are cut. Do the exact same thing. A little bit of oil. Chef Yam's gonna season them up. Just adding some yams just for the wicked color. Like a purple color, right? Never heard. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a neat little cut for carrots. So they'll be like the same kind of size as the yams, but instead of just, don't do that straight cut. So we do a little bit of a bias. You cut it, then you roll it to where the bias is now towards you, and you cut it on a bias again, and you roll it, cut, roll it, cut, roll it, cut, roll
Kind of
it,
roll
cut,
cut.
roll it. A little more oil, season the exact same. A little oil, seasoning salt, and we're actually gonna throw some whole garlic in there too. Get that all flavor-flaved. So we're going in at around a 370-degree oven. These will take about 12-15 minutes. Potatoes will take about a half hour. Girls, rock your boys and cry more, more, more. Look at those colors. We got some lovely roasted potatoes on the side. We got beef.
Alright.
We got veg. We got potatoes. We got gravy.
We do.
So we're gonna do like a family style platter. Oh, that looks good. It's like butter. It's like butter. Oh, it smells good. There
Well,
we
and
go.
he's cutting against the grain, everyone.
All right, should have said that. We are cutting against the grain because then you can see the grain. If you did it like longwise, it would just shred apart. It wouldn't hold. So you always want to go against. All right, I'm gonna drop our beef here. Here we go. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of this salt. Garnish together. You can do the veg. I'll do the spuds.
Wow. This looks beautiful. Right, so the sauce is just the braising liquid basically, and then you just let it reduce, and it'll thicken up
And
naturally.
it actually think it's just from the breakdown of some of the veggies and that in there.
Yeah.
And then Chef Yam's teaching me something today.
You just want to hit this sauce with just a little bit of balsamic, just kind of brighten all the flavors up, make it a little bit more less rich, and
The acidity adds a lot more like fresh, crisp kind of.
you don't want a lot. You just need a little bloop.
Yeah, because after it's cooked for 4 hours, that all that acidity we kind of added there break down a little bit. So it's just to boost that acidity right back up and give it that punch when you eat it. Chef Yam, you're not done. You're not done. Hold on. Oh, it's like green snow.
Wow.
Apparently we're on Weight Watchers and we are counting our macros. Cheers!
Cheers.
Looks delicious. Oh man. The roasted veggies, they're like the carrots are sweeter because they're roasted. Like the sweetness of the carrots really pop with the beef because we roasted them. Wow, after a meal like that, I don't know if I'm ready for seconds. I need a nap.
That was really good. Try it.
Did we just become braised meat lovers? Yeah. I'm sure all of you have had pot roast out there at some point in your life. You know, you have memories of it or stuff. Let us know how you guys like your pot roast, what you like to eat it with. Whether you like pork pot roast as opposed to beef, let us know.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll try your recipe.
It's a lovely day today.
Alabama!
It's a lovely day today. So whatever you've got to do, you've got a lovely day to do it in. That's true.